Hello, I am here representing Rumspringa INk, and this is our review of NCAA 2012. A lot of people know NCAA as the little brother to Madden NFL football, but I feel that over the past few years, NCAA has not only brought more to the table, but they've also done it better. This year they added in an offensive and defensive coordinator option. Now, in my opinion, it's kind of cool, but it didn't really add that much to the game. Basically, all you're doing is taking control away from the player. Luckily, it's just an option and not mandatory. As any coach in any position on this game, you will have certain quotas that you have to meet in order to stay as the head coach. Like if you're an offensive coordinator, you need to put up a certain amount of yards. If you're a defensive coordinator, you need to hold the defense and get a certain amount of turnover. Which brings me to this. The fact that they let you be an offensive and defensive coordinator is great because they add in custom playbooks. If you don't like any particular playbook, you can now make your own. And that brings me to the Online Dynasty, which in my opinion that has put this game above Madden in years past. In the Online Dynasty, what you do is you compete against 12 of your friends for not only recruits and bowl rights, but bragging rights. And I really think that is something that a lot of games should be able to take from this game. Now on to the gameplay additions. They have added in an improved defensive AI, which I found to be very refreshing. Not only can they do man coverage, but they can finally do a proper zone coverage, which is something that an NFL game, NCAA game, a football game period, hasn't been able to do right in years. Not only have they added in a new defensive AI, but they have also added in multiple branching animations, and they've made the physics of the game a lot more realistic. In years past, where you would wind up having receivers kind of glide to the ball to catch it, there's not as much of that going on in this game as I've seen, which is really nice because that always really annoyed me. That was really all that's changed in this game. Now, I know previously I thought that this was one of the better franchises going in, so they didn't have as much to change as a lot of other sports titles. But I thought they really dropped the ball in not changing the overpowered acceleration rating. Now, it doesn't sound like much until you think about it. The running back that is supposed to be a really speedy running back, I've got chased down by defensive tackles, which doesn't make any sense. Why is a 300-pound defensive tackle chasing down a 220-pound running back? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they did tone it down. It's still a bit overpowered in my opinion, but they at least acknowledge the problem, and hopefully with an update or two, they'll fix it. But let's be honest here, a game with only 1 or 2 complaints isn't that bad, especially considering that this game really is one of the pinnacles of the sports genres right now. With a fun recruiting system and perhaps the best superstar mode out there on Road to Glory, this game looks and feels like it could very well be the sports game of the year. At this point, I can't think of many better titles. The only problem is it's a sports game, so I don't really know if I can give it a 5 out of 5, simply because of its limited audience as it is. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because of its repetitiveness, which I think plagues all sports games, but that's just my opinion. I'll keep playing him, I'll keep enjoying him, but the problem is that debate, can a sports game really be a 5 out of 5? I haven't played one yet, but I hope. Thank you for listening and watching Rumspringa INK's 2012 NCAA review. Thank you. Please join our site at rumspringaink.com. Bye.